What's going on, y'all? So it's that time of the year again. We're starting to see everyone's Black Friday sales pop up, and I want to show you what Baby Audio has going on for their holiday sale. And this is three of the four plugins in their lineup. I'm going to show you how I use them on this mix, and then we'll get into what Baby Audio has available for the holiday season. So this is the Parallel Aggressor, Comeback Kid, and the Super VHS. I've reviewed all of these if you want to go through my channel and check those out individually. But Parallel Aggressor, this is great for parallel compression on your drums. Comeback Kid, it's a delay. And Super VHS is, I really don't have a specific word for what it is, but you can think of it as a creative effects box. We'll get into all of these pretty shortly. So let's start with the Parallel Aggressor is what I have going on these drums here. And the Parallel Aggressor I like to use in parallel, no pun intended, because it just gives me a little bit more control over what I'm feeding it. So I've got the drum bus going into this. You've got spank, which is going to add some compression, and heat, which is going to add some saturation. And then you've got your three faders here to help blend between those three, between your dry level in the middle, your spank on the left, and heat on the right. And you've got some more options for each of those styles, the spank and the heat below at the bottom. But yeah, let's get into what we're sounding here. This is an artist named Ambi. And let's find these drums come in. Here we go. So I'm going to bring the Parallel Aggressor in and out.
E is a G, is a 1, is a 3, is a he, is to me, is a bands from my brow to your eyes and the wheeze, is a go overseas, elbows and knees won't take too long. When you drop that hat kick, it's simmer. Earth, wind, and fire in the middle of September. Going down.
So you can hear the more punch that it is adding there, and I'm going to mute the vocals here for a second just to make sure you can hear it. So with the Parallel Aggressor in, you can just feel that the drums move forward some and just really adding some nice tone and weight there. Let's move on to the Super VHS, which I'm using on the vocal here. It's the last thing on the vocal. So this is Ambi has a real eccentric style with her music, so I can get a little creative without it being... I can get creative without it being frowned upon, basically. So let's move on to this verse here. And with the Super VHS, you've got heat, which is your saturation. You've got some drift, magic, and you've got wash, which is a little reverb here. You've got shape, which changes the bit depth, and you've got static. So I'm adding just a little bit of saturation here, and listen to what it does to this vocal.
I'm sick, pop, 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 take off the top, won't wait too long. Give me that, too long. Give me that, whip too strong. I hit the bomb. Won't stay too long.
Okay, now I'm going to play it and I'm going to bring it in and out.
I'm sick, pop, 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 take off the top, won't wait too long. Give me that, too long. Give me that, whip too strong. I hit the bomb. Won't stay too long. Break me in like this. Bars on me like this.
So you can hear the Super VHS just with a little bit of that heat. And when I do say a little bit, you see my mix knob, I'm not at 100%, which would be all the way up here. Maybe at 60% here, but it just helps the vocal. It pulls the vocal forward a little bit there. And I'm also using Super VHS on the end of this delay. So let's first start with Comeback Kid, and then I'll show you what I'm doing with the Super VHS following that. So Comeback Kid is one of my favorite delay plugins that I've been using recently because with delays, especially on vocals, I like to get different and interesting sounds with my delays. Yeah, I've got other delay plugins that just do kind of basic stuff, which maybe gives you a low cut and little modulation, and that's about it. with Comeback Kid, you have a lot of features to really shape and get different tones with your delays. Over in this flavor section here, you got some tape saturation, swirl, which is kind of a phaser. You've got sauce, which is some reverb. And below that on the output, you've got a ducker, which is really great. Every delay plugin should have a ducker on it. What the ducker does is it ducks the incoming signal and then lets the delay ring out once the signal stops. So basically, when she's rapping, you're not going to hear the delay, but then when she stops, that's when you're going to hear the delay. So generally, I would have to automate that in where I want those delays, but with the built-in ducker and the delay, I don't have to do that. Under the stereo side, you can make it wider, richer. You can pan it where you want to. You can flip it with mono, flip it into mono. In the middle here, you've got your ping pong. And the shaper, you've got attack and sustain to help adjust the transients that you've got of the incoming signal coming in as well. And you've got your typical low cut and high cut here. So I'm going to bypass the Super VHS. So this is the delay. This is the Comeback Kid without the Super VHS.
Damn, tick tock, pop, pop, take off the top, won't wait too long. Give me that, too long. Give me that, whip too strong.
Little interesting sound we have there, but let's add the Super VHS into the mix. And now let's listen to the delay.
Damn, tick tock, pop, pop, take off the top, won't wait too long. Give me that, too long. Give me that, whip too strong.
So we've got the wash going here to give it a little reverb on there and a little bit of drift as well, and not using any of the heat. And just a little bit of the shape here. Let's move the shape forward to really show you what that can do.
Damn, tick tock, pop, pop, take off the top, won't wait too long.
So it just changes the bit depth there of the delay, what's coming into it for the Super VHS. So that's how I'm using these Baby Audio plugins here in this mix. Let's take a look now at what they're doing for their holiday sale. So Baby Audio's Black Friday sale is running from November 16th through December 6th. Here's the 4 plugins in their lineups. The one that I didn't show you is iHeart New York, which is great for parallel compression, very easy to use. I have a full review of that as well on YouTube, and I've got full reviews again of all of these if you want to see me go more in depth with them. But for the sale prices, they're all $29 except for iHeart New York. That one's coming in at $19. And Baby Audio plugins are already affordable, so at this Black Friday sale, it just marks them down even more. So it's a great time to jump on these. You also have bundle deals. You can get the whole bundle for $69 or choose 2 to get for $49. And that can be bundled as the Parallel Aggressor and Super VHS, Super VHS and Comeback Kid, or Comeback Kid and Parallel Aggressor. So even if you're watching this after the holiday season, still great plugins to get at an affordable price. And I've got links in the description if you want to check any of these out. And I'll also have my reviews in the description as well if you want to go straight to those for these individual plugins. All right, any questions, comments, let me know, and I'll catch y'all next time. I want to invite everyone to check out my new podcast, the Faders Up Podcast. It's a podcast about pro audio. I've got me and 3 other Nashville professionals. We're discussing pro audio topics, pro audio lifestyle. And it's available on Apple Podcasts and it's available on Spotify. So check it out, rate it, let me know what you think.